my beats.
Woo, what a vibe. I don't know what this is, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. But I wanted to introduce a new segment to this channel. Because why the fuck not? Like, why not? I don't know what it's gonna be. But I think it'll help me be able to explain things and talk and practice talking so I can talk to other humans, maybe. I don't know. I was vibing tonight. Tree is out and my other roomie Flo is also out. And I'm vibing because I've been craving this kind of night for a while now. I've been on like 2 really long trips to Europe in this past September, where I'm really happy that it happened. So grateful. But now I've been craving for a day like this, or a night like this, where I just have nothing to do and I'm just dancing and living and vibing and playing music and lip syncing and all that shit, you know, and smoking a little bit, you know. I don't know, I just wanted to come on here, kind of present this like a show. I don't know. This is the vintage camera that I'm using just because my other camera, like all 3 batteries were not charged. So yeah, it's hard. It's kind of like I'm live, but I'm not, because I could edit this. But the whole point for me is to not edit it as often, because I kind of want to just practice and like stick to these simple thoughts in my head instead of going off on a tangent. You know what I mean? So we're going to stop now. We're going to stop that sentence and we're going to move on. I don't know what this segment will contain really. I want to pick a specific topic and have like a little coffee, a little chai, something in this moment in time. Nothing, because I ate so much food and I can't eat more, because if I do, I'll fall asleep. What was I talking about, you guys? And the first topic that came to mind when I was thinking of the segment was meeting you guys, like in person. So we were on a trip to London, Amsterdam, and Paris. It was a beautiful trip. I absolutely adored it. We did so many things and it felt like it was like a 3-week trip when it was really 10 days. Anyways, we were on that trip and then our last stop was Paris. And in London, Amsterdam, no one really noticed us. Like, you know, we don't get noticed often, but when we do, we fucking love it. So in Paris, it was our last day, actually. We were leaving the next morning, and what were we doing? Oh, we were doing a tour of the Eiffel Tower. We were in the Eiffel Tower, and then we wanted to eat, so we went downstairs, down to the earth. We went down to the fucking ground, Jesus. And then we were gonna go to this place, but it closed, and so we decided to go somewhere else. And it was, I don't remember the name of the place, but it was very good. It was so fucking cool, bro. The bathrooms were so dope, and I've never seen anything like it. It was like you were in a theme park like game or some shit like that. That's what that bathroom was. And then the whole vibe was good, the food was good, and the people were cool too. I don't know. And so when we left, one of you guys came up to us. Well, you came up to me because I was ahead of like the 3 other people. And you came up to me and you're like, I know you guys, like, this is awesome, whatever. And I was like shooky. It was just weird. But it was a cool experience. And then when Tree approached, I like said, oh, like they know us from YouTube, like, isn't that fucking cool? And then we had a whole discussion. Tree hugged the person, we took a picture, and I was like, what the fuck, like what the hell's happening right now? And it just felt really, really nice. And I wanted to talk about that interaction because it really like did something to me. It was just super sweet in every way possible. And it was kind of just like a reminder of like who we do this for, you know, it's you guys, and you guys do exist. And, you know, that virtual screen in between us is kind of always there. And it's hard to imagine people actually watching, humans like you guys watching, you know? And so I think that was like a really nice reminder, because, you know, I get into these ruts with YouTube. Like, I'm like, oh, am I doing enough? Am I doing too much? Am I fucking like... It doesn't end. It's a interesting like hobby / job, like for real. I can't put it into words, you know. It's just really hard in general, but you know, that's another thing. That's another topic to discuss later on. Meeting you guys is really cool. You know, we had a few interactions prior. Tree more than me for sure. She's been recognized like in clubs and stuff when I wasn't there, and she would always tell me. Every time she does get recognized, she tells me immediately, and it's always the best thing. So she's definitely gotten more notice of me, so I would love to hear what she has to say about that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that tonight. I really feel connected more to you watching, like across this screen. It's nice to feel like there's a human there, you know. Technology has done so much, you know, like we're doing this thing, but it's all on the fucking internet. Like, if you guys have ever like seen us and then been like, no, I don't want to say anything, like I don't want to be a bother. It's never a bother, you know. Obviously read the room if like there's something crazy happening, but if not, like just come to us and just say hi. Like we'll make sure like you're good. Like we just want to make sure that you're comfy enough to talk to us, and also we want to feel, I don't know where I was going with that sentence, I'm gonna be honest. Just approach us. We love it so much. And that last one that I've been talking about today, it made me cry. Right after that, we took an Uber because we were leaving the restaurant. We took an Uber, and the whole Uber ride, I was thinking about it. Like, I was just like, whoa, like that's really awesome. I don't know if there's anything else. I didn't want to make these long, so I meant to make these like 5 minutes long, and they're 10 so far. So maybe I will edit them. I don't know. I don't know exactly what we're doing here, but this channel is here, and I get to play around with it, right? Like, wouldn't you do that if you had something that you see every day, like you look at all the time? Let's just explore it a little bit more and post other stuff and things that we're happy to share with you guys, you know. Like, also, do you guys like my wall? This was inspired by Tree because her room has like a bunch of these all over. Like, she has a shit ton of posters, and like that was really nice. I liked to see that. It was really pleasant and nice to the eye. And so I was like, you know what, let me do that, because they were all spread out all over the place here and it didn't make sense. So now I'm just making a wall, and we're gonna build it and we'll see what happens, you know. But these are the post-its that I have, really. And then I have an ABBA Voyage one, which I've shared already, because that concert, oh my god, I can talk about that concert forever. I think I'll end it with that. But yeah, so we have a shit ton. Maybe I can go into Deb one video where I talk about what's behind me, a bunch of things that caught my eye that I kept, you know. Every time that happens, I need to buy this. So ooh, this is pretty. I like this angle, right? I kind of dig that. I've been turning on this candle every night, and I haven't done it in a while, so maybe. What the hell am I saying? I've been lighting that candle for like 2 days now because it's very much a vibe, and it's a Seattle homesick candle, so it's always nice to light it because it reminds me of Seattle and all those happy memories. So I think I might do that, not today, because my hand keeps getting dirty every time I do it, and I don't want to go through that right now. But I'll end it with talking about ABBA, because you guys, I dead ass saw ABBA in concert. I saw ABBA in concert, and I know what you'll be thinking, what are you talking about? But you've probably heard of it, and if you haven't, then I'm gonna explain it. But it's literally a hologram concert, and it's ABBA, like, and they're young, and they're like in spacesuits, because like their whole thing is ABBA, and it's Voyage, which I think is one of their latest albums too. But it's kind of, I guess, really the story of them as a band, and they basically just sing songs, famous songs that we all fucking adore, live. Basically, you have to pretend with them, you know they're holograms. But I think you're there more for the experience of being with your friends, because I went with their people that we went with, Tree, Michi, and Sela. Mwah. It's also really just that. You want that experience. And so if you just put your mind into like, let's pretend we're at an ABBA concert in the fucking 80s or the 70s, whatever. That's what I did the entire night. That's what I did. I just looked at them, because the screens, like if you could look at them, like they had like close-ups of them, and you could tell like, oh, there's a little bit of like, oh, that's fake. But like, it's still cool. It doesn't matter, because technology is crazy, by the way. That whole concert was wild. But yeah, so what I did was I avoided the monitors literally and just looked at the hologram. And because I'm blind, I feel like it helps so much, because they were there. Guys, they were at that stage, and no one can tell me otherwise. I was in an ABBA concert, and they were there. I don't know anything about a hologram. Okay, that was that. And that whole concert was fantastic. I wish they had sung Sneaking Through My Fingers, because I love that song. So that was the only little about it. But they sang a bunch of great hits that they've performed, and even some from their new album, which you could tell like the audience like didn't know them. But they're great. You should check it out, by the way. Like, I think I might play them after this, because. But yeah, I had a great time at ABBA. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I was just transformed. It moved me in ways that I can't put into words. And maybe one day I will. I just felt so good. It felt like I was lucky to be able to just be looking at that and singing along and dancing around to ABBA with a bunch of awesome friends, besties, you know? Like, I'll remember that night for a while, so I had to get that poster. And look, it's kind of cool. Tree also got one, so she could show you that later. But guys, I think that's going to be it. This was my little chat today. This video is 15 minutes long, but I'll probably edit it a little bit. I have a hard time talking, and hopefully that will change with this little segment. I love you guys. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for supporting this channel and me and Tree. You know, we try our very best. You know, it's not always going to be great, but we'll put the effort in, and hopefully you can see that. Because this channel means a lot to us. It does. And you know? I think we're just trying to protect it and savor it as long as we have it, you know? Good night, fellow Americans. Good night, everyone around the world. If you're seeing this, I love you. That's it. Bye.